Hi everyone, and welcome to Dee Blooms. I thought I would do a quick update in the grow room here. I haven't done one in a bit. I'm in here watering. I've had some family visiting, taking vacation, so I am catching up on a lot of things and just wanted to share some of the prettiness going on here. I've shown this one before. This is my mini mark. Let's see, the mini mark Micronova crossed with Philipinense. I've got 4 beautiful flowers right now. Just loving this one. The orange lip and those little dots just get me. I can't help but just stop and stare at it. And then the newer Equestris that I just bought in spike and bloom and bud is settling in really nice. So it has continued to bloom and it's continuing to produce more buds on each of the spikes. So really enjoying my actual growing beautiful Equestris. If you follow my channel at all, you'll know that I have an Equestris which really hasn't done a thing in almost like 2.5 years approximately. From this orchid place. It has never grown any new leaves, roots, nothing. So I'm just so excited to have this one. Isn't she pretty? So pretty, tiny flowers. I discovered something exciting today as I was watering. And I've shown this before too. I have 2 Celebensis phalaenopsis plants. These are species. And I ended up with 2 of them by accident because I forgot that I had a Celebensis. So I have one from Brookside Orchids, which is in longer spike right here. And in a previous video, I showed that it was in spike. This was actually up where the Equestris is hanging out, but it bumped into the lights, which I just discovered, and it's getting a little crooked. So I'm taking it down. I'm gonna keep it on this shelf here. So this spike that I showed in a previous video is elongating very well. And my other Celebensis from Norman's Orchids has just put out its first spike right there. I'm so excited. So I'm going to have both of my Celebensis in spike. This one from Brookside flowered for me previously. You can see the brown dried up little peg of a spike, that lighter tan little color thing down there. That was last year's spike. This is this year's spike. And the Norman's one took a little longer for me, and now that's gonna flower. So, but I'm over here by my species, baby seedling phalaenopsis area here in my back grow room. Everybody seems to be doing well. I'm not getting very many spikes around here. Although I do have this one. This is my Miltonia, still elongating. I also showed this in a video before. And I moved some of my jewel orchids that were in my family room by my Miltonia collection. I moved them back here just to rearrange for space issues. So, but everything is going well, I think, over here. We'll swivel around. My Calathea collection is doing fairly well. I've had some parts of plants sulking. With the warming weather, I need to really start upping watering. I have a beautiful Silogeny here, Lawrenceana, maturing a new growth. It's waiting to unfurl its leaves. Sometimes I hear flower spikes can be inside the furled leaves. But we'll see once that opens up. My Oncidiums, a lot of them are still blooming and opening remaining buds. My Oncidium Jiho Queen. I've got this one, which is my Gower Ramsey, fluttering all around with beautiful, beautiful egg yolk yellow, burgundy striations on, oh, the fan just pushed it towards us, and a red right in the center. Let's see if I could get it to focus without me shaking too much. It's so pretty. And I love how it just spreads out and it just flutters around. My Oncidium complex hybrid, it's ONS, and I forget what ONS stands for. Look it up if you really must know, but it's Wildcat Golden Red Star. The 2 spikes are still going strong. I have a few at the base that opened first that are starting to drop off. And I love the yellow accents on the tips of the leaves of these flowers. Very pretty. So Oncidium land is doing well. My Irish Mist is going strong, and one of the things I really like about this Irish Mist is the petal and sepal edges are undulated. They almost look serrated, like a serrated knife or something. And it's actually very prettily fragrant. I don't know if I can speak English today, but I hope that made sense. It's not heavily fragrant, lightly fragrant. Over here, my beautiful Balara. Oops, can't get the card out. Balara Tropic Lily Hilo Spaceship. There we go. I had to say that so that I can then look at her. She's so pretty. I love her. And a new baby fern frond sprouting up right here. Such a cool fern, just growing and growing and growing. I wonder if this new fern frond right down here is going to get bigger than, because this was the newest one. Let's see. Down here I've got the remaining flowers of the Cleisocentron Marillianum crossed with Gokusingii. The flowers are just starting to go over. Very, very tiny. Just not in their splendor, but lots of dendrobium still to mature here. I have a lot of keikis on my Lotus Jessii. It didn't bloom this year. It threw out keikis. Got more keikis back on that growth there. I moved one of my Tulumnias whose spike was too tall for the shelving in the front family room, and this is my Jerac Flyer Red Mask. This is the first time it's going to bloom for me. I have 2 spikes. I'm very excited to see how the flowers look. You know, image is one thing, real life is so much better. The Oncidium or Psychopsis Mendenhall Hildos with the long flower spike let go of its beautiful flower, its first flower ever, and it is working on the next flower. So I'm making sure to keep this one well watered. And with the temperatures coming up, I need to really ramp up my watering for everybody because they're going to be a lot more thirsty. Let's see, a newer purchase that I got here is a Neophanetia. This is Benekide, otherwise known as red maple. Vanda felcata or Neophanetia felcata. And I loved the kind of orangey pink that this is. So it came in spike for me. Let's see, what else do we got going on? This one, the Neophanetia felcata tenkifukuran, only had 1 little bloom. That's going over. Oh, I did a repotting video of my Stenoglottis, which are African terrestrial orchids. So if you're interested in how tiny they were when I repotted them, that wasn't too long ago. I think it was just several weeks ago I videoed, and they are growing spectacularly with their new media. Very, very nice. Very happy so far. As well as I'll just swing on up over here. My habanerias all are growing up really nicely. I think the only one that's set back the most is this one. I call it set back because this is the mother plant and this is the baby it made the year before. Like, it grew an extra corm, and yet the baby younger corm is like doing so much better. So I'm watering these twice a week. Maybe I need to start doing even more. We'll see. I do have a flower spike coming in up here. You can see the two buds forming. This is a division I got from a friend, and it's a Miltonia Aztec Neo. And it's also putting out a new growth, but I'm excited by the flower spike here. Trying to think. I repotted my Nobiles. I took off one of the keikis from the Nobiles and potted it up on its own. I've got lots more keikis with roots, so I'm going to be having to disconnect those and making some more new plants. This is my Dendrobium Samurai making a comeback. It was attacked really bad by mealybugs and spider mites since I've owned it for the last 2 years or so, and it's making a comeback. The older canes are just bare and sad looking, but they're still green and adding fuel to the plants. I do not remove them. I have some nice new growths growing up, so I'm hopefully get blooms on that one maybe over the coming seasons. Let's see. So we move around here. Oh, my phalaenopsis Chia Yenlin is still in bloom. Gorgeous as always. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I have lots of new growths coming up. You can see on my Encyclia Marie back there. She's got a new growth. Sorry. Trying to give you good highlights here. So I'll just swing around. I got lots of orchids that I've repotted this year. So I think a lot of them are settling in. Oh, this one, yes. We have a spike with my Prosthecia cochleata. I got this from Sunset Orchids a little over 3 years ago. It spiked and bloomed for me fairly quickly as a very young, small plant. And then I had spider mite problems, and it just grew new growths for me, but hasn't spiked in over a year. So I was real relieved. I think I've solved a lot of my spider mite problems. And I've got this beautiful flower spike. So I'm looking forward to the squid flower. And if you're not sure what it looks like, you should look it up. It's pretty cool. Oh, lots of things growing, lots of things growing. This is my Encyclia prismaticarpa. I have killed 2 other plants of these. This is my last ditch effort, and it has not been going well since I got it as a division from Andy's Orchids a 1.5 years ago approximately, but it's coming this spring with a new growth, and I'm hopeful for the future. The last growth grew all wonky, and again, I think it was due to pest issues. Oh, more Neophonetia, Renanthera, Hocoglossums, all just doing their thing. And then a quick update, I had featured my Miltonias, Miltoniopsis. Well, my Princess Diana, I repotted her again out of what I had shown in the video. I had potted her up in, oh, what was it? Those rocks, pumice stones, and she did not rally. She did not like it. So I plunked her back into a moss bark mixture, and that orange rot has just continued, and she's about done. There were no, when I plunked her in this, there was maybe a couple roots to speak of, and they were barely looking any good. So there's an update on those two. On my Miltonias. The only one I have left, other than Miltasias, I do okay. I have Lavender Taffy Kiss doing fantastic right here. Got it as a very small seedling. And then I have the division I showed you in spike, the Miltasia Aztec Nail. I have a version that has Miltonia in it way back here. What's this one called? Odontonia. Which is doing okay. So far so good. Maturing new growth. But that's it. I have Banana Fandango for Miltoniopsis in my front window. It's still in the pumice stone, and it hasn't done a thing. It hasn't been continuing to die off like Princess Diana did here. But I still don't think it's happy. So I think I'm going to bring it out, see if it grew any new roots out of that media. I'll try to film it. If I don't have time, though, I have to just move on and get that taken care of. But yeah, I'm not feeling successful with Miltoniopsis in pumice. I'm sure I was doing it all wrong, but let's see. My Renanthera Tom Thumb is still holding on to some of the flowers. A good portion in the middle here have already dropped off. Very, very pretty. I have a lot of little young ones down here. There's no spikes except for my Diakia Hendersoniana is still working on her beautiful spike. The spike from last year is that brown twig sticking up. Lots of good growths on my Oncidium twinkles. My phalaenopsis seedlings are still growing up, and my cochleanthes types are all, and chandranthes are all doing good. Amazing Andrea has a beautiful new growth she's working on down here. Another one of my twinkles. Let's see, my Ingracum distinctum has new growths that it's working on and maturing from one of its biggest main branches. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the grow room and how most things are coming together. Still have some repottings to do this season. Working on it little by little. Again, I've been doing watering, and I just have my collapsible tub. I put in my rainwater. I use the scoop to dribble in the water. Right now I'm focused over on my phalaenopsis shelves in here. Oh, and this one is still in bloom. Actually, this is a good phase out here. She's gorgeous. Love this one. This is my Yin's Black Eagle, Dragon Tree Eagle crossed with Grosbeak. So I'm behind on watering, so I've let this soak a little bit longer than I usually do. I usually just do some pouring through, really good. Make sure the moss looks well wetted, and then I plunk it back up. If I'm fertilizing, I fill this basin up with fertilizer mixed water, and I use the same dispenser and dribble fertilizer water through. I tried for a while when I fertilized, just dribbling through fertilizer water, and I ended up burning too many of my beautiful, gorgeous roots. So I do a water first, dribble through. So I wet the roots first, and then I put the fertilizer water through. That's just works better for me. I don't know if I mix the fertilizer too strong or what, but that's exactly what I do. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for coming along with some of my updates in my grow room, and we will talk soon. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.